There are things on Earth that you can't really understand until you see them from space. In satellite images, giant lines, perfect circles, strange symbols, and massive patterns stretching for several kilometers have been discovered. And what's even more surprising is that some of these are thousands of years old. But until now, no one knows why or how they were made. Were they made by aliens? Ancient civilization? In this video, we will discuss the 15 most unique and mysterious patterns discovered from space. But before we start the discussion, I would like to ask you for a like and please subscribe to our channel. This is a huge help for us content creators, so let's get started. Number 15, Aurunga Crater, Chad. In the middle of the Sahara Desert in the country of Chad, you can find the Aurunga Crater. Scientists believe it was formed and is still existing after a large asteroid hit the Earth more than 345 million years ago. At first glance, it just looks like a circular mark in the desert. But when it was studied using satellite images, researchers noticed that there might not be just one crater in the area. There is a possibility that this is part of 3 consecutive impact craters. If this is proven, it would be one of the rarest crater chains in the world. Until now, scientists are still studying this place to find out how and when it was really formed. Number 14, Sajama Lines, Bolivia. In western Bolivia, you can find the Sajama Lines, one of the biggest mysteries visible from space. It covers more than 22,000 square kilometers. It is made up of thousands of straight lines that crisscross the entire plain. Some of these lines stretch for more than 20 kilometers in length. What's even more surprising is that they are almost perfectly straight, even as they pass over hills and small valleys. Up to now, no one is certain who made these lines or what they were for. Some researchers believe that the ancient natives used these as roads leading to sacred places, but there is still no solid evidence to prove this. The lines remained clear because the climate in the area is dry, and there are almost no strong winds that could destroy them. The full extent of the Sajama lines was not immediately noticed either. It was only when they were seen in satellite images that people realized how truly large they are. Number 13, the Kazakhstan Pentagram. Near the Upper Tobol Reservoir in Kazakhstan, there is a giant 5-pointed star that can only be seen from the air. It measures approximately 1,200 feet wide. When it was first seen on Google Earth, many people thought it was related to secret societies or strange rituals. But according to researchers, the explanation is much simpler. It is believed to be part of an old park or recreational area from the time of the Soviet satellite. But according to researchers, the explanation is much simpler. It is believed to be part of an old park or recreational area from the time of the Soviet Union. The star shape was once a symbol of communism, so it was often used in government projects. Today, its shape can still be seen from satellite images. But in the actual place, only a few people know that there is a huge star drawn on the ground.
Na nakaguhit sa lupa.
In Band of Holes, Peru. In the Pisco Valley in Peru, there is a strange place that remains a mystery to researchers to this day. It is known as the Band of Holes. From the ground, its unusual pattern is not immediately noticeable. But when viewed from a satellite, you can see more than 7,000 holes arranged in long rows. The entire area stretches to about 1.5 kilometers long. Each hole has a width of 30 to 100 centimeters and can reach up to 1 meter deep. Some are round, while others are square or elongated. Because they are all arranged in the same way, it's clear that they were intentionally made by people. But what are these holes really for? One theory suggests that they were used as storage for crops like potatoes and corn. But up to now, no evidence has been found inside the holes to support that explanation. There's another theory that says these are related to ancient rituals or ceremonies of the people in the Andes. It's also possible that the place was used as part of their beliefs or offerings to their gods. Up to now, there is still no definite answer as to what the real purpose of the Band of Holes is. That's why it remains one of the most mysterious patterns that can be seen from above. Number 11, Mariman, Australia. In the remote desert of South Australia, you can find Mariman, one of the largest geoglyphs in the world. This giant image is approximately 4.2 kilometers long. Here you can see the figure of a man who appears to be holding a boomerang or a spear thrower. That's why many believe that this is related to the culture of the Aboriginal Australians. Mariman was first discovered in 1998 after a pilot saw it while flying over the area. What's surprising is that until now, no one knows who made it. After it was discovered, there were anonymous messages sent to the media and some officials. There are hints about its origin, but no one has directly admitted to creating the geoglyph. Researchers believe that heavy machinery like bulldozers was used to create the massive image. It's also possible that GPS was used to make its shape precise, even though that technology wasn't widely used at that time. As time passed, the Mariman gradually faded due to wind and erosion. So in 2016, volunteers restored the entire design using GPS. Until now, it remains a mystery who really created the Mariman. Because of this, it remains one of the most controversial geoglyphs that can be seen from space. Number 10. Diamonds and Circles, New Mexico. In the desert of New Mexico in the United States, there is a strange pattern that can only be clearly seen from a satellite. It is composed of two diamonds inside two large circles. Because of its unusual shape, many people thought it might be related to aliens or a secret military base. But according to reports, the real story is different. It is believed that this place is owned by the Church of Spiritual Technology, an organization associated with Scientology. According to various reports, these symbols serve as markers for an underground vault where the writings of the founder of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, are kept. It is said that the vault contains metal plates and other materials that were made to last for a very long time. Its purpose is to preserve their documents in case a major disaster happens in the future. It's also unclear how exactly this massive pattern was made. But based on satellite images, it is believed that heavy machinery like bulldozers were used to create the design. Until now, the area is still strictly guarded and people are not easily allowed to enter. Because of this, it remains one of the strangest patterns that can be seen from space. Number 9. Wheel Geoglyphs, Middle East. In the deserts of Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and other parts of the Middle East, there are thousands of strange circular patterns that can only be seen from the air. These are called wheel geoglyphs, or works of the old men. According to researchers, some of these are over 8,500 years old. Because of this, these are even older than many well-known ancient structures in the world. In Jordan alone, more than 12,000 geoglyphs have been identified using aerial photography and satellite images. The largest of these reach approximately 70 meters in width. Most are circular in shape with lines resembling the spokes of a wheel. Until now, no one is certain what these were really for. There are researchers who believe that these may have been used as ancient calendars or places for ceremonies. Others say that these could possibly be part of a system for hunting or raising animals. But for now, there isn't enough evidence to prove any of these theories. What researchers are certain of is that these patterns were intentionally made by ancient people. This means that these were important to their culture, even if we still don't know the real reason why they built them. Number 8. Overlapping volcanoes, Kamchatka, Russia. On the Kamchatka Peninsula in the eastern part of Russia, there's a strange view that can only be clearly seen from a satellite. In this region, there are more than 300 volcanoes, and 29 of them are still active today. What's even more surprising is that many of the volcanoes are almost touching and overlapping with each other. Instead of being separate, some of their craters, lava flows, and old craters have merged together. Because of this, a unique landscape was formed that is rarely seen in other parts of the world. One of the most well-known volcanoes here is Kluchevskaya Sopka, the highest active volcano in all of Eurasia. It reaches a height of about 4,700 meters. When a volcano erupts in Kamchatka, there are times when others can also be affected. This can lead to consecutive eruptions, wider lava flows, and dangerous volcanic mud flows. Because of its unique characteristics, the volcanoes of Kamchatka have been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Up to now, it remains one of the most important places studied by scientists to better understand how volcanoes form and behave. Number 7. Acre Geoglyphs, Brazil. In the western part of Brazil, near the border of Peru and Bolivia, there are ancient patterns that the Amazon rainforest has hidden for thousands of years. These are called the Acre Geoglyphs. They were covered by thick forests for a long time, but as deforestation expanded in the 1970s, hundreds of strange shapes gradually appeared, which can only be seen from the air. As of now, more than 500 geoglyphs have been discovered in the area. These are made up of deep and wide trenches, arranged in circles, squares, and other geometric patterns. Some of them are even connected by long straight roads. According to researchers, these were built between 1000 BCE and 1000 CE. This means that some of them existed even before the rise of the Inca civilization. Until now, the true purpose of these geoglyphs is still unknown. Some believe that this place was used for rituals or ceremonies. Others say that it may have served as a community center or as part of ancient observations of the sun and stars. Because of the continued cutting of trees in the Amazon, some of these geoglyphs are also at risk of being destroyed. That's why archaeologists and the local government are now working hard to protect the remaining sites before they completely disappear. Number 6. Desert Breath, Egypt. In the desert of Egypt near the shore of the Red Sea, there is a massive spiral that can only be clearly seen from a satellite. It's called Desert Breath. At first glance, it looks like an ancient geoglyph made by an ancient civilization. But in reality, it's a modern artwork created in 1997 by the Greek art group called Dast Team. Desert Breath covers approximately 100,000 square meters. It is composed of 178 cones and pits arranged in 2 intersecting spirals. At the center of it, there used to be a small artificial lake, but it has dried up over time. This artwork was created to showcase the vastness of the desert and the idea of infinite space and time. From the ground, you can only see mounds and pits. But when viewed from the sky, that's when you can see its perfect spiral design. What's even more unique is that it wasn't made to last forever. The artists intentionally designed it to gradually disappear over time because of the wind and the movement of the sand. After almost 3 decades, its shape can still be seen, even though it's not as clear as before. Number 5. Clearwater Lakes, Canada. In the northern part of Quebec, Canada, there are 2 almost perfectly round lakes called the Clearwater Lakes. When you're on the ground, you would think the 2 lakes are just normal. But when you look at them from a satellite, you'll notice that their shapes are almost identical. Because of this, scientists became interested in studying the area. According to their study, the 2 lakes were formed after 2 asteroids hit the Earth, approximately 290 million years ago. The larger lake has a width of approximately 22 miles, while the other one is about 16 miles. The scientists did not only base their findings on the shape of the lakes, they also found shocked quartz and shatter cones, types of rocks that are only formed when there is a very strong impact from a meteorite. Because twin impact craters like this are rare on Earth, the Clearwater Lakes are important in studies about asteroids. Geologists study this to better understand how large impact craters are formed and how they change the surface of a planet. Because it is far from cities and is not often disturbed by people, Clearwater Lakes remains one of the best examples of an ancient asteroid impact that can still be seen on Earth today. Number 4. Vulcan's Throne, Polka Dots Grand Canyon. In the Grand Canyon in the United States, there is a unique pattern that can only be clearly seen from a satellite. It is located near an old volcano called Vulcan's Throne. When viewed from above, you will notice hundreds of dark circles like polka dots scattered around the volcano. Because of its unusual formation, it has long been a mystery to explorers and scientists. According to geologists, Vulcan's Throne was formed between approximately 73,000 and 100,000 years ago. When the volcano was still active, its lava flowed several times toward the Colorado River and even temporarily blocked the river's flow. It is believed that the circular patterns were formed from small chunks of molten lava that hardened as they fell back down and landed around the volcano. But there's a problem with this explanation. According to some researchers, volcanic spatter alone isn't enough to explain why so many of the circles are so perfectly shaped and why their distribution is so unusual. Scientists also noticed that the plants growing around these circles are different. Because basaltic rock is rich in iron and other minerals, the type of soil and plants in the area also changed. Until now, researchers are still studying this unusual pattern. They hope to better understand its origin using new technologies and satellite images. Number 3. Gobi Desert Patterns, China. In the Gobi Desert, located in northern China and southern Mongolia, there are huge geometric patterns that can only be seen from the air. There are shapes that look like grids, mazes, spirals, and long white lines that stretch for several kilometers. Because of this, many theories have emerged about the real purpose of these. At first, some people said that the patterns were related to aliens or secret military projects. But according to analysts, some of these grids were likely used as calibration targets to test the capabilities of spy satellites and other imaging systems. Similar patterns are also used in other countries for this purpose. That's not the only thing found in the Gobi Desert. There are also spirals and other geometric patterns, which until now still have no clear explanation. It is still unknown what these are really for. There are also long markings that resemble airplane runways, but there is no control tower, terminal, or any other sign that this is a real airport. Some experts believe that these might be used for military testing or as an emergency landing area. But since there is still no official statement from China, these remain just theories. Until now, the Gobi Desert remains one of the places with the most mysterious patterns visible from satellite images. Number 2, Richat Structure, Mauritania. In the middle of the Sahara Desert in the country of Mauritania, there is a huge circular pattern that can be clearly seen even from space. It is known as the Richat Structure, or more commonly called the Eye of the Sahara. It measures approximately 40 kilometers in diameter and is made up of concentric circles that look like a target. At first, many scientists believed that this was a giant impact crater formed after an asteroid hit the Earth millions of years ago. But when the place was studied further, there was a problem. They didn't find any signs that are usually seen in impact craters, such as shocked quartz and other rocks, that only form during extremely powerful collisions. Because of this, the geologist's perspective changed. Now they believe that the Richat structure is a massive geological dome. It was formed when a part of the Earth's crust was uplifted, and over millions of years it was gradually shaped by wind and rain until the circular patterns we see today appeared. Because its shape is so clear from space, some astronauts even use it as a landmark while orbiting the Earth. Some people also say that this is the lost city of Atlantis, but up to now there is still no archaeological evidence supporting that theory. Number 1, Nazca Lines, Peru. In the south of Peru, you can find one of the most famous mysteries in the world, the Nazca Lines. These giant drawings were made between 500 BCE and 500 CE by removing the top layer of rocks to reveal the lighter soil underneath. Because there is almost no strong wind or rain in the Nazca Desert, the lines have remained clear for more than 2,000 years. Throughout the area, there are more than 800 lines, straight lines, and about 300 geometric shapes such as triangles, spirals, trapezoids, and rectangles. But the most famous are the more than 70 giant images of animals and plants. These include the hummingbird, spider, monkey, condor, whale, parrot, and a strange human figure, often called the astronaut. In 2019, researchers discovered more than 140 new geoglyphs using modern technology. Until now, there is still no definite answer as to why the Nazca lines were made. Some researchers believe that these are related to rituals and ceremonies. Others, including the German archaeologist Maria Reiche, believe that these may have served as an ancient astronomical calendar to track the movement of the sun and stars. There is also a theory that the lines are related to the search for and reverence of water sources, because many geoglyphs are found near underground water sources. Because of its significance, the Nazca lines were declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994. Until now, the area is strictly protected to keep one of the most mysterious and awe-inspiring ancient works, which can be seen from space, safe.